Bam! Welcome to another episode of Mike Sports. I'm your host, Eric, joined as always by my co host, Landry. Landry, how are you tonight? Yeah.
Okay, it sounded like Halloween almost. I don't know. I was trying to do the turkey noise.
Well, let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it tonight. It's been a minute since we've been on the air. I took a little hiatus while I moved, and some stuff got crazy for a while.
Eric officially lives in the bottom of the Eagles Stadium.
Yeah, that's why my internet connection is so poor right now. I'm underneath the stadium, and so like if you're seeing some technical difficulties, that's why, everybody. But lots to talk about, as in the last month, dude, I was ready to count my Eagles out, but they have come to life, and I believe we have.
I swear I had more faith in your Eagles than you did.
Which I called all along. You were a doubter. I was in on him the whole time.
Actually, it's kind of funny. We switched this year, and although I knew the Cowboys would be better than the year before, they're still doing better than I thought. I don't know what you want to jump into first, but I mean, let's talk Eagles Cowboys out of the gate this time.
Yeah. Let's. We'll do their games first. All right.
Let's do it.
The Cowboys on Thanksgiving, they play the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
Obviously in Dallas. The Raiders have kind of imploded since
actually for the Cowboys
firing Gruden, and that team has become a mess.
Gruden is suing the NFL, by the way.
Is he? Yeah, good for him.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that whole thing. I just think it can just be best described as a mess in Las Vegas, and then of course with the unfortunate incident with Henry Ruggs and their massive injuries.
I had to make sure I get U of H in the picture. I don't want anybody to think I'm wearing a Chiefs thing all of a sudden.
But yeah, I definitely think this is a bounce back game for the Cowboys against the Raiders. And I don't think that loss to the Chiefs, to me, it doesn't signify anything long term.
Did I get it? Nope.
Let's see if we can.
Let's let America watch me get something out of my tooth. I got looks like a pepper. Hold on.
This is great. This is just appointment viewing right here.
Oh, I guess I didn't have anything. There's nothing on paper. Maybe it was the reflection. All right.
But yeah, your thoughts right now. Like I'm saying, I don't think this is a long-term issue for the Cowboys. Like I think it was kind of a one-time matchup deal with the Chiefs.
Well, look, I mean, I call him Digital Lamb. Everybody else calls him CD Lamb. I'm like, CD Lamb seems so 90s to me. I can't run with CD Lamb. But Digital Lamb hit his head. He was out 3/4 of the game. You have Cooper
not going to
out.
play on Thursday either.
Yeah, you got COVID Cooper out. So, our two best receivers aren't on the field. I already had the Chiefs game as a loss for us this year, even with those two on the field.
Right.
So when they were out, I was like, it's definitely a loss to me. We actually hung in there better than I thought. I actually thought the game was going to be like a 21-7 game. The whole 9-16, something like that.
Yeah, 19.
So it ended up being a closer game than I thought, but I had it down as a loss. So it's no shocker there for me. I don't like the idea of my main receiver not coming back next game, but it is the Raiders, obviously a lesser talent than the Chiefs. So we might be able to still pull it off. We'll see. I have the Cowboys right now winning that game 28-17.
Yeah, I honestly think this game with these two offenses, I think it's going to kind of be a race to 20. I think Cowboys 2017. I think a late field goal wins it for them.
Ooh, you're taking it down to a field goal. I don't like the Eagles.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tight game.
That's Eagle talk.
All right, so the Eagles are at the Giants. And
rival.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is absolutely a rival game. I wanted to check to see the line on the game. So,
yeah, look, last night I watched the Bucs-Giants game while you're looking up that. And I was like, hey, man, the first half, the Giants don't look so bad. Second half, I guess they decided to, just hang it up and send some other guys in their numbers and stuff back out on the field because they got slaughtered in the second half. And what I've been
I
telling
think it's just
people
the
all
Giants
along when people were
realized they
asking
were the
me
Giants.
why the Bucks all of a sudden play some good football, I said the reason the Bucks are struggling in the first place is because Gronk wasn't in the freaking game.
Yeah.
Once Gronk got put back in the lineup, everything opened right back up, and then all of a sudden the offense starts putting up 40 points again. Gronk is that
By the way,
important.
the line for Sunday right now is 3.5. The Eagles are favored. They're -3.5 against the Giants. And I think that's an appropriate spread because look, this is division rival.
I think y'all are going to beat them by more than what the spread's giving.
Yeah,
them.
look, I mean, I like the Eagles. I'll probably bet the Eagles. But like to me, that line doesn't surprise me. Like, what have the Eagles really done to say they deserve a bigger line there?
Last game.
Well, let's talk some about that last game, which Jalen Hurts, the last 2 games are the 2 best games of his career. And and to me, it's not even really close. Like, he is progressing. And like, he's hit that stride that we wanted to see. We wanted to see, can he become that quarterback? Can he work through his progressions? Can he not just always look to run? Now, he's run when it's been there, but he's not just taking over. He's making plays from the pocket. And to me, he is growing as a quarterback. And, being at that game on Sunday, our first home win, Eagles' first home win with a capacity crowd since they beat the Dallas Cowboys in their final game of the home season in 2019.
Man, cough comes at the weirdest times.
Which ironically it was the last game I saw that was last home game I saw the Eagles win while attending a game with my dad. My dad, of course, 3 months later passed away. But like, to me, that's like, it's a big monkey to get off their back, to finally get a home win in front of your crowd, and Jalen looked good. And I was loudly proclaiming during that game, that's my bleeping quarterback. I'm just like, I'm in. Like, he's won me over. And you remember, I was one of those guys who said I'd be the last guy off the Wentz wagon. And I'm now telling you, I believe in Jalen Hurts.
Oh, my God. I swear, I don't know if you owe me $1 million, $1,000. I don't remember what the bet was. If we didn't make a bet, we probably really did. You just don't remember it. You blacked out, whatever.
Yeah, I blacked out and didn't want to. Should I go get it? I actually have a Jalen Hurts jersey hanging in my closet now. Wore it to the game on Sunday.
So let me ask you this. Like, what actually made you, all the things I mentioned about him all the time that I liked that I thought made him a solid choice. And I still don't think he's your forever quarterback, but I think he's a good enough quarterback to get the job done.
This is a week-to-week league. This is a year-to-year league. I think what he has done is he has earned the right for 17 more starts next season.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And look, I mean, I'll say the same thing about Jalen I'll say about any quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
If he shows a season and a half of crap, then you start looking elsewhere.
Sure. Yeah. And
everybody deserves a mediocre season. I think when it really hurts your team to be a mediocre quarterback or not get the job done right is when you have a really good team that's being squandered because of the quarterback.
Yeah.
That's when, what I think the difference was by having Wentz is Wentz was supposed to be the better talent and the team was trying to catch up with him. And he started to fall and show signs of not looking as impressive when the team was still catching up with, or supposed to be catching up with him. Now, to me, you have more of an equilibrium effect, I think, going on. I think Jalen Hurts and your team are slowly rising together. You don't have one way ahead of there's no carrot way ahead of the horse now. And I think that creates chemistry, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. I'll also say that Carson sometimes he gets into a habit of he tries to press. He tries to do too much. And I think that's one of those things of what you were just talking about, the talent being so far ahead of some of the guys that he's out there playing with. So he thinks he's got to do special and crazy things to make up for that. Like, what he's been doing in Indianapolis and he's caught in a sack and he's trying to throw the ball left-handed, try and get the ball out. And
he gets picked.
Yeah. And I think what he's seeing now is like, oh, wait, I've got some talent around me. Like Jonathan Taylor went the bleep off this week against the Buffalo Bills, and I have some more I want to talk about the Buffalo Bills when we get there. But yeah, the Eagles Giants. I do think that the line is fair in the sense of it's a rivalry game, so it's okay to put that as closer point spread as far as Vegas goes. But I think this is one of those Eagles win by about 10.
Yeah.
But let's get back to the Thanksgiving Day games, which I like to talk about it this week every year. Should the Detroit Lions in particular, should they finally be removed from Thanksgiving? I mean, this is a joke. This is they're winless again late in the season, and it wasn't all that long ago they had a completely winless season. And do we really want to continue to subjugate America to them every Thanksgiving?
Yeah, you know what I'd like to see? And I don't know if it's possible because certain kinds of schedules and whatnot. Because you want to have a consistent team. How cool would it be if every Thanksgiving you had the two previous people that played in the Super Bowl play against each other again on Thanksgiving? Like something like that.
Well,
like
it'd be great worked out that way to where they were going to be playing each other that following season.
Yeah, like something like that would be cool to me. Just
like
something.
A conference title game rematch.
Yeah. Or put two rivals together.
Yeah.
On that day, like do something, and two good rivals, that have a good organization.
Look, I wouldn't object to like a Ravens Steelers matchup.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Get the snot and turkey knocked out of you.
Yeah, right.
Me and my friend were talking about it, and we said, why do they look like they play so hard, like they beat the crap out of each other? I said it's either that or it's their colors. The dark black helmets clashing. Like maybe that's what it is. I don't know, but it seems like these two are like you're watching two dogs in a dog pound go at it, kind of thing. But to your point, either that or the Super Bowl champ from the previous year should always play on Thanksgiving or something.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah, give us something, because I know it's harder to say, you're going to guarantee two teams are going to play each other, but
right,
obviously they can guarantee one team. So I say take the previous Super Bowl champ or take the team that did win the Super Bowl. Plays on Thanksgiving.
Well, the tradition is the Super Bowl champion plays on the opening game, the opening Thursday. You can make it to where the tradition is the Super Bowl runner-up plays Thanksgiving Day.
Or vice versa. Give me the Super Bowl champ on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm fine changing that
runner-up
tradition up. It's
the first game
long.
of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd be fine with that too. Yeah, I mean,
think about it. Think about it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Had we seen the Falcons play the opening game of the season the year after they got lit up, we would have saw how bad they are and knew that they were done in that first game. Been like, dude, this team ain't ever going back.
Oh yeah,
right. So I would rather have that disappointment on opening day than on Thanksgiving.
Right, but by the time you get to Thanksgiving, especially with its Super Bowl hangover, like that's supposed to be a thing. Although actually, it hasn't really been a thing in a while now. The team that's lost in the Super Bowl, the last, I'd say 10 years, typically they've come back and made the playoffs with a good amount of regularity. The Patriots, the year after they lost to the Eagles, went and won the Super Bowl. The Rams made it back. Was it who was the next? Yeah, why am I blanking here? Oh yeah, the 49ers didn't make it back after they lost to the Chiefs.
Yeah,
and who knows, the Chiefs are going to make it back now, but
yeah, look, and our dark horse teams this year, which when we go through the schedule, we'll get them. Your dark horse team was who this year?
The Chargers.
Yeah, mine was the Niners, and the Niners. I mean, they're looking okay. They're not looking like champs. And then of course I had the Titans. They're always kind of my dark horse because they actually have a horse called Henry on their team.
But
yeah. And this has been a really good season, though, to me. This has been no one looks like they're the total champ. We don't really know who's going to peak when, and I like it that way because it makes me constantly scan all the games all season. Like, I wonder if they pull, the Vikings beating the Green Bay. Didn't expect that. So we got some moments that are good, but we also have more teams playing at a higher level to me this year than we have in a long time.
Right. Like right now, I think there are 5 NFC teams that I think could win the Super Bowl. And I'd say that there are probably about 8 AFC teams that I think could go or win the Super Bowl.
Name your 5 NFC teams in order.
I believe in the Rams. I still believe in them.
I don't know. I can't go there with the Rams. The Rams are gimmicky to me. They feel gimmicky.
Although I'm starting to wonder if my whole Matt Stafford and Sam Bradford are the same person. I'm starting to wonder if there might be something to that.
I think the problem I have with the Rams, it's claiming that they're going to pull off what everybody wants them to pull off in their first year. It's not Tom Brady. I'm like, this is a non-Tom Brady quarterback and McVay, and I still think they need more time to get it down. I think a second-year Rams team with these two is probably more likely to me to go all the way.
But yeah, the Rams, and just because of how well they started the season, the Cardinals, and
the Cardinals are playing football. And
by the way, they were
year,
my dark horse
your Bills prediction, and you were right about the Bills. This year, I knocked your Cardinals, and I'm still right about the Cardinals. They're still going to suck. I got you. You thought I was going to say they're going to make it. No, I think the Cardinals are still going to bite dust come into the season.
Well, we'll see. The Packers would be the other team, and of course the Bucs, and then the Cowboys.
The Packers, for some reason, it's like you just don't see them coming, and by the end of the game, they're ahead of you. It's weird watching the Packers.
It's like the whole time you think, "Oh, this team's not that great. They're not," and all of a sudden you look up.
They're playing like chip away football. They're not blowing you away, and all of a sudden they're getting the win.
Yeah. Yeah, you look up and they're up 3 touchdowns on you, and you're like, "Wait, what happened?"
And you know what I think that is? It's because when we look at the Packers, other than Rodgers, we don't name a lot of other players, as usual with the Packers.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure the Packers can name some players that are good. Well, of course, whoever your receivers catching the most balls is going to be the name you're going to talk about. But outside of being a Packer fan, being a Cowboys fan, looking at them going, I really don't know who you have other than Rodgers, other than you are making touchdowns with Rodgers.
Well, yeah, I mean, Devontae Adams, but yeah, other than that.
Didn't even know. Honestly, I didn't even know he was on their team.
Well, he may not be after this year.
Yeah.
But that's a different conversation. But yeah, my AFC teams are, obviously the same thing. The teams, the Clevelands, Tennessee, Kansas City, the Chargers, Bills, which I'm going to say this about the Buffalo Bills. And I was going to save this for when we talked about them. Oh boy, the couple games that they've lost, the Jacksonville Jaguars, they play really physical. The Tennessee, I mean, they're not good, but they play physical. The Tennessee Titans play real physical brand of football, especially when they played in first week of the year, when they had Derrick Henry before he got hurt. And, and then the Indianapolis Colts, man, when they're playing good football, it's because they're playing good smash mouth football. Like they're a tough punch you in the mouth kind of team. I don't know if I want to pull out the S word with the Bills, but the rest of the word is oft. I'm wondering if physically, like up front with that team, if they're a little soft. They don't like getting punched in the mouth.
You talking about the Bills?
Yeah.
You cut out there for a second. Yeah, the Bills look like a team that went off the cliff a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't, I know it's Buffalo, so it's probably a bad term to use, going off the cliff, but they just don't look like the Bills of yesterday.
No, they don't.
Sure. Now, hey, we know how it goes.
Oh yeah, they could get their ship right. It gets to the playoffs.
December is where we find out who's going to be what. So we still got a month and a half to see what team wants to step up and play football and end the season right. But as of right now, I'm very surprised because you made me a Bills fan, and now I'm looking at him going, "What the hell am I thinking?" Yeah.
What were you doing? Listening to me.
I know. I tell you what, man. That whole wide right nightmares that kept happening.
But I'll tell you what, the team that I like that looks consistent, they look sharp. The New England Patriots. Could Bill Belichick get the back?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
I'm secretly watching every game that's public that I can watch when the Patriots playing. Mac Jones, I think Mac Jones is showing to be a solid quartlerback.
Yeah. Dude, I think he's a stud. I think I was wrong about him in the draft process.
Can you imagine? I was saying this the other day. If Burrow would have gone to the Pats. Burrow is he's still, to me, the most underrated quarterback in the league. He's better than Trevor Lawrence by far to me. There's something about the way he plays football. And, I mean, he's taken the Bengals to some kind of status that they didn't have before. Of course, it's hard to take the Bengals anywhere. But, you know, I got to imagine, you know, with Tom Brady becoming a free agent possibly again next year and not wanting to retire, you know, you got Mac Jones. You know, I'm thinking of all the openings and whatnot. What if, remember, I said this, and I know this is crazy. You know, if Rodgers was to leave Green Bay, and what if Tom Brady went to the Green Bay Packers?
Dude.
Yeah.
That would be something.
Here's the reason why I think he won't. The Green Bay doesn't invest in talent, and Tom Brady's a demander of get me the talent I want. That's why I left the Patriots.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's why he won't.
Hell. You never know. It's Tom Brady. If he thinks he can, he will.
Well, I'll tell you what. If Tom Brady's going to leave Tampa, I'll tell you where I think he might end up going. The Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
John Elway's already shown he's willing to go.
They call Denver Broncos the best area to end your career.
Well, I mean, John Elway's not afraid to go out and get that veteran who's on his last leg and wants to win one more before he gets out of town.
And he's not. The problem with John Elway is he's not willing to give you everything else you want, but he's willing to come get you. He just doesn't bring anybody else with him. But we all know what Tom Brady's requirement is. If Gronk doesn't come with me, I'm not coming.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And that's Gronk the thing. Would Denver go get Gronkowski? Would they go get Brown?
Yeah, and Gronk is already quoted saying, when Tom Brady retires, I'm done. I'm only back because of him.
That is amazing.
We know they are traveling. They are a traveling pair at this point. They are a bromance in football.
Yeah. They're a package deal. You want one, you got to take them both.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder how Noah Fant would feel about that in Denver. The Broncos type.
Yeah, I know you're about. Well, no offense to him, but he's no Gronk, so. All right, let's hit the schedule
that we were having in the pre-show.
I just saw something. I swear I saw something fly out like around.
All right, as far as I'm concerned, we got in everything we needed to.
Okay. Well, let's run down the schedule.
Everybody, have a great night. Okay. Yeah. Schedule.
Yeah, you forgot about the schedule, man. You must have some beer.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening. We're having our breakdown
here. Some
here.
Beer around or something. You're like, hey, there's a beer. Hey, everybody have a great night. I'm out of here. There's a beer next to me.
I think it's the turkey cooking in the oven. All
right.
Everybody have a great week. Happy Thanksgiving. Check out all the other podcasts on here. Don't know if all of them are on hiatus or not. Obviously, no tables, ladders, and chairs this week. Have a great night, everybody. Happy football.
Have a good one. Gobble, gobble, gobble.